Today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite deals from the latest Xbox digital sale, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. This one it has everything from indie to AAA, so hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals and lists weekly, and let's get started. As always then, I do have a winner to announce for a $10 digital Xbox gift card later in the video, and one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winner, they'll be announced in the next video. If you are grabbing anything then, consider using cornershop.gg for your discounted Xbox Store credit or even Game Pass memberships. You'll get 5% off at checkout using code CORNER, and they are instant delivery via email. Sonic Frontiers then is back on sale and matching the lower 30% off. We've only seen this price once before, as it is a newer release, and yeah, I do think for fans it is worth a look. I was actually a big fan myself of the game. It achieved in more areas than it stumbled, and Sonic in an open world is a strangely compelling experience. Just having that ability to explore, you can't help but go fast and look for, objects to platform around. Alongside this then, we do have smaller areas that are going to be closer to what you would expect the Sonic name, and some truly huge boss encounters that in some ways, honestly, they gave me an air of Shadow of the Colossus. If you do like Sonic though, you should be coming here, and it's a pretty lengthy adventure as well. The average completion time is right around 16 hours. Insurgency Sandstorm matches the low next with 50% off, and this one it is a gold only deal. I played this on Xbox and PlayStation, and the Xbox build is my preferred option. It runs the same but visually just looks more impressive. This will be a good option for those that want a multiplayer first-person shooter online, but with a dash more realism than, let's say, the Call of Duties of the world. It can be incredibly frustrating for that reason getting started though, not gonna lie, because often it's one-hit kills with little indication of where that bullet came from. But I enjoy that level of challenge, and I kind of got addicted to this one online. I've been coming back to it ever since launch, and it definitely makes you play slower and smarter. Far Changing Tides will be a good option for those that enjoy puzzle platformers. This one's a new low of 40% off, and the idea here, the world is now underwater and we must pilot a ship to an unknown location. The mechanics being side-scrolling, it is creative. We essentially push buttons inside this vessel to power it forward, but it's incredibly rewarding, and often we will leave the ship on foot to explore, whether that's going to be to remove an obstacle, to look for fuel, or to dive underwater and uncover some secrets. The ship evolves as well with progression, which definitely keeps things intriguing. The only warning here, it's definitely a slow burn, and with minimal storytelling, there's no dialogue in here. It's very much a game that asks you to take away your own meaning. I'm a fan though, love the first entry, and this feels like a worthy evolution. Foreclosed is a budget option for you all with 75% off, a new low price. Now it's far from perfect honestly, but if you go in with expectations tempered, then I do think there's some fun moments to be had in this cyberpunk adventure. Now the general idea is this: the government owns you, they track you, and now you failed to pay for your implants, so they are out to reclaim them and you. You are basically trying to escape. What follows is a third-person action shooter with a cartoon book-like style, which is incredibly effective. Where it stumbles, enemies are bullet sponges. The creativity in weaponry, just not all of that exciting, and the same can be said for environments. For every good one, there's maybe 2 or 3 bland attempts. The price point here, though, definitely makes it easier to be forgiving. Demon Slayer then is 50% off, a game I love to talk about, an arena brawler. I'm a fan of the genre myself, always enjoyed a good fighter anyways, but any 3D arena based effort's going to be a good option for those that want something a little bit more simplistic. Gone is the complex combo-driven gameplay of many 2D efforts, replaced with simple inputs connected to incredibly flashy actions. I'm just a fan of the show as well, and this takes you through the story of Season 1 as well as the movie. I even like the small exploration moments that connect the fights. They are incredibly basic and linear, but it was just fun to see some of these locations. Done with the story then, explore single player and online. Looks and sounds fantastic as well to round it out. Roguebook then will be a good option for the deck builder fans out there. This one comes from the creators of Magic the Gathering as well as Valkyria. The gameplay mixes basic exploration exploration alongside roguelike deck building. So yeah, here, pick a team, explore the world, attempt to overcome the contained worlds, and escape the book you are trapped within. The story is minimal, honestly, which is a shame because it's such a unique idea, but the gameplay is fun. Basically, we use a paintbrush to reveal new paths and get a limited number of strokes per location. So yeah, will we uncover, let's say, additional paths, treasure, or even find enemies to battle it out against? With progression then, the deck will become of course more complex, and it packs more than enough difficulty options to keep you coming back. It's matching the low price, 40% off. Valkyria Chronicles 4 then gets a new low with 80% off, and strategy fans, this is a must-buy game. I'm still holding out hope that we will see a follow-up of some sort, but here we take on the role of Commander Claude Wallace and friends, I guess, as you set out to fight in a terrible war. The visuals are stunning, first off, watercolor-like in their design, and the strategy, it's unique, a blend of top-down, turn-based, and real-time third-person. So I think positioning and shooting actually gives you the option to control. Throw in then RPG elements as well, and this one has a huge amount of depth. I highly recommend it as well, but do watch a full review first because, as I say, there's a huge amount of mechanics packed in, so make sure it's going to be one for you. Nobody Saves the World then, as we head into the final 3 games, it gets a new low price of 40% off. Now this action RPG, it was on Game Pass up until just a few days back. Now it's been removed, but to mark the occasion, it's getting a solid discount and I definitely recommend it. It's from the team that created Guacamelee and it packs their trademark creativity and out there sense of humour. The idea though, we take on the role of Title and Nobody, we stumble across a wand and now we must save this world and also the wizard that is missing. The unique mechanic though, we can transform into a huge number of forms, from soldiers to rats to horses and eggs. My favourite was actually an early one, the rat. It just had some incredible skills. That said though, look, it does a good job of crafting a world that ensures each is essential, not only in combat but in exploration. The only complaint towards the end game and managing so many forms and levelling up each individually, it becomes a little too menu centric, and I wish they could have found a way around that. Even a quick access wheel is not enough. Check out my full Xbox review in the pinned comment below. Oxenfree then is our penultimate game. It matches the low with 80% off. It is a masterpiece and I'm still eagerly awaiting the sequel, which is set to release this year. An adventure experience, this one's a supernatural thriller about a group of friends who open a rift. The real idea here is how you deal with offense is put into the player's hands as you take on the role of a character by the name of Alex. It's essentially a spin on point and click with in-depth conversation mechanics, and that's really all I want to say. I do not want to give away too much because the less you know here, the better the experience will be. Do know though, topping it off, the music, the art, the voice acting, it is just another level. Our winner of the week then, it's going to Black Mesa Cake, great name, who highlighted the importance of Game Pass when games such as Callisto Protocol receive mixed opinions. No doubt, like all games, there's a chance we may see it there still, but congrats Cake, drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. The Quarry then, to close us out, it's 50% off, matching the low, and the pricing at the top of the screen, that is the Series X and S build. Expect $5 less if you just want the Xbox One build. It's also worth noting then, this is a gold only deal. This one though, a cinematic horror adventure, much like Until the Dark, with a strong cast and clear 80s and 90s slasher influence. The gameplay, we control a group of 9 teenage counselors on the last night at camp. They must survive violent locals and supernatural creatures. How many can you keep alive? I just love the B-movie charm here, and this one is a winner if you like experiences like Dark Pictures. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or are you holding onto that cash? Let us know in the comments down below. With that then, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, deals, and lists weekly, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.